It is a kind of a William Ruto versus President Uhuru Kenyatta kind of a battle in Kiambaa constituency happening over this week. The question is, who will take the vote home? Will it be the Jubilee candidate or the UDA candidate? And Professor, my thoughts right now are, should people even at this point be arguing whether the DP and the president are working together and could at any point work together come 2022 because of the recent disagreements when it comes to the by-elections that have been happening?
Politics is a game of miracles. Miracles do happen in politics. Enemies sit together and eat. Raila is with Uhuru. Who would have thought that possible?
Yeah.
So Uhuru can go back to Ruto and they just laugh as if nothing has happened. But it's from a sensible point of view. I think it's gone beyond repair.
Can someone right now say that this is a trick game being played between Ruto and Raila?
It's gone too far. That can't be the case. No, the people will laugh at them. In fact, it will boomerang on them.
Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Professor Herman Manyora's channel. Professor, I've always thought that Uhuru's popularity in Mount Kenya region is diminishing. Can these elections in Kiambaa constituency be a factor to determine whether his popularity is over in Mount Kenya?
I have never taken by-election seriously. I never think you can use a by-election in Msambweni or Sijui Machakos or this Kiambaa or Juja. Have you even seen Uhuru showing any much interest?
He brought the candidate to
that's
State
not
House.
A serious interest. In fact, you cannot use a by-election for many reasons. Of course, a by-election is conducted in a very different way. You can even see the turnout most of the time is so low. So you cannot use that by-election to say, but I know the implication of Kiambaa. I know if Uhuru loses this seat, there will be a problem coming his way. The perception that he's lost grip will be strengthened. Because people are seeing not just as a lame duck president, they are seeing him as a man who doesn't seem to be in control and in charge. I know it's not so. Not that I'm deep-seated, but I know. I can study people and I know how systems work.
He's still in charge.
I know who is lethal. He puts on that facade. It's very deceptive. Inside there is very little, I'm telling you.
Would you say that then these elections will determine whether the DP has a grasp in Mount Kenya?
Or see, for the DP, whether he loses or wins, it will make a statement that is good for him. If he loses narrowly, they'll say, you see, he's a tough guy. If he wins, they'll say, wow, we told you. For Uhuru, he has to win. Because the perception that he has lost control, lost ground, like we are saying, in Mount Kenya, is not good for him. But I don't think it will bother him if he lost.
Well, would you say that Jubilee has a chance?
Yeah.
Looking at Uhuru's situation.
Yes, they have a chance. Of course, the perception out there is that UDA has already won. But politics doesn't work like that. There are so many upsets.
Twists and turns.
You saw in Msambweni who thought the ODM was losing, but they lost.
Even in Kibra.
Even Kibra. So really, politics is a game you have to wait until mpira umechapa wavu in a thing. So Jubilee can still win in Kiambaa.
When it comes to the elections as it is right now, most people would rather say that the DP has a grasp in Mount Kenya and Uhuru doesn't have a grasp. Does this also leave a chance for Raila to see something that he should now see when it comes to Gema?
Of course, for Raila to think he can get Gema, to me, I think is a dream. Like I've said before. I think my thinking is that, of course, he can get a few people. The idea is to distort the region. That's what I'm saying for Raila and Uhuru, it is politics. It's not about anything. Because if it is a question of development, no president since independence has done an eighth of what Uhuru has done in terms of development. Kikuyu presidents, Kenyatta and Kibaki, have always favored the Kikuyu. But no president has favored the Kikuyu more than Uhuru.
Why would you say that? People would say that Uhuru has gone to Kisumu, Uhuru has gone to other counties. What are you talking about? But we haven't seen him in Mount Kenya.
Do you know Mau Road? Do you know what he's doing to Dini? My friend, even Wangigi, just go here and see the kind of road network that is working in Central. The kind of things that are working in Central, Mount Kenya region, my friend. Hey, when people look at them and say, this young man did so much. So it's not about that. I keep going back. It must be politics, 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 politics. Mudavadi talks of economy. As Bill Clinton said, economy is stupid. So Mudavadi say, it will not sell.
Yeah.
Raila is saying infrastructure, it will not sell. Uhuru has done so much for the Kikuyus, but they don't know. Look at appointments. He does so shamelessly. There are 3 jobs he just gives to 3 Kikuyus and he looks at you in the eyes. And he doesn't care. And the same Kikuyus say he has not done anything. So it's not about what you have done. I advise Uhuru and Raila. It is politics, stupid. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing. Not what you have done, not what Ruto has done or not done.
Okay.
Not Ruto ni mwizi, nothing. Politics.
Okay, so for Kiambaa then,
Yes.
Kiambaa, the constituency as it is,
Yes.
most voters are now going Jubilee and UDA right now as it stands. When the elections happen and they're gone, would you tell them that these politicians are only there for politics, or would you say these politicians are there for their development?
Politicians are never there for anybody. They are there for their interest. Anywhere. Only revolutionary leaders are there for the people. Anybody else wants state power for his own interest. So it's the same in Kiambaa. But what I will tell Kikuyus is this. They have copied the bad manners of Kenyans, if you ask me. Kenyans are the only people who will find in New York, in New Delhi, in Johannesburg, talking ill of their government, of their country. Only Kenyans. But the people from even the most useless countries, failed countries, they never talk bad about their country, especially in the presence of foreigners. So Kikuyus have copied these bad manners, and they are talking ill of their own. You see, it has never been a Kikuyu way of doing things. But I don't know where it has come from. Maybe they will need to relook, even if they don't like Uhuru and his government. Would it be in the manner in which they are presenting it? No, I don't think it's
but they usually say Uhuru betrayed Ruto and we agreed to vote for him.
Betrayal is a lie. If it is betrayal, they should. But they betrayed Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. They betrayed Raila Odinga. They betrayed Kalonzo Musyoka. So which betrayal are they talking about? So this is a lie.
So it's even trickier for Ruto after seeing the history that it has.
Why? If I was Ruto, I'll be very apprehensive. You know what Jaramogi did?
Left.
Ruto has not even done an eighth of what Jaramogi did.
Left the presidency.
Jaramogi brought all politicians together when I was like 3 years old. And they said Kenyatta must leave detention. Anybody talking about independence? Because the British were now running away from their colonies. And they wanted to hand independence quickly to. They had discovered these colonies were too expensive. So they were running away. They were not even preparing people to get independence. So they're about to leave Kenya. And Jaramogi said, we will not talk issues of independence here until you release Kenyatta. So that movement picked up. And the British thought it was a joke. They even now forced independence on Kenyans. Told Kenyans, you are going, even set the date. And they told Jaramogi, don't be stupid, take this thing. He said no. So, can you compare that to what Ruto has done for the Kikuyus?
Assisting with the vote.
This is nothing. That was a major thing that shaped the destiny of this country and put Kenyatta firmly in the leadership of this country. Because if Jaramogi had played along with Ngara, Rod Ngala, Moi, Martin Shikuku, and the rest, Kenyatta would just have remained in jail as our running government. And there were even Kikuyus willing to work with them because power is sweet. Even James Gishuru wangewaambia ufanya hivi, wewe kaa hii, huyu akishike hii. Kenyatta angeendelea kukaa kwa detention tu. Now wanna run government. If you are in power for a year, nobody can come and take it. If Jaramogi and Ngara and Moi had taken power, 1 year, Kenyatta would just rot in jail.
Would you say then that genuinely, as of now, the DP might become part of the history of betrayals?
It will happen. I'm afraid. It will happen, but in a way that may not be straightforward. If Kikuyus choose to vote for Jimmy Wanjigi, for example, or I'm hearing increasing a name of James Mwangi, of Equity. If he comes up and they vote for you.
James Mwangi Equity.
Yeah, I've had people mention that name. Actually, I had yesterday. I'm still studying it. If they did that, it will be a form of betrayal. Are you getting what I'm saying?
And that will be part
or even if they gave him 60% only of the votes, they will have betrayed him.
Because
that won't make him president.
Do you feel he deserves more than 60? Correct. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of this channel. We're here. I was about to say Understanding Politics, but we're right now talking about Kiambaa. Understanding Politics will be dropping tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, subscribing. If you haven't joined, go ahead and do so. This has been Professor Herman Manyora for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.